wanting to move and turn around, but I could not lift a finger. Again, I was just frozen, utterly in terror. And it was if I could describe what death would feel like, and it's a kind of horror that is worse than like in the movies.
When's the last time a documentary legitimately scared you? For me personally, the first time I can recall being genuinely terrified was in the opening of the very first Paradise Lost film.
And who can blame me? It opens up on the crime scene of 3 murdered young boys, showing their tied up and mutilated remains. It really hit deep because it wasn't a special effect. It was the legitimate bodies of 3 children who suffered horrific deaths, and my brain can easily distinguish between fantasy and reality. And seeing something like that in reality injects fear at the rawest level. I say this because the documentary wasn't trying to frighten me, merely show me what happened, and this was the point at which the events that unfold throughout the movie began. Its purpose is to document facts as they happen, and for me to come to my own conclusions. Then, in 2015, I heard whispers of a film being hailed as the new scariest of all time, because it blurred the line between documentary and fictional movie.
His minions, so to speak, and their team is hell. He's awful.
The nightmare follows various people as they describe their experiences with sleep paralysis and the frightening reality they face on a daily basis because of it.
For anyone who doesn't know, a very basic overview is it's where someone wakes up but is completely unable to move their body. They are then subject to anything that may enter their bedroom, and many people share the same experiences. Shadow people that loom over you and attack, creatures that sit on your chest and pin you down, or even more abstract situations. The experiences in this documentary range from pretty silly to downright terrifying sounding. For instance, there's one man who sees a demonic cat on his girlfriend's chest that speaks to a gigantic red entity standing over him. Then there's a girl who sees 2 big grey blobs on the floor. No matter what they are though, they're always entertaining due to how bizarre they get. It's all stuff you'd find in a nightmare, and appropriately it feels just as randomly terrifying as one.
Immediately after that dream drops and everything's gone, he kind of fizzles away.
It's a fantastic concept, and I'd love to see more horror-type documentaries follow this format, listening to people's terrifying stories and then bringing them to life with these high-quality mini-movies while educating you at the same time.
Visually, the film is awesome. All the sleep paralysis episodes are portrayed with surreal dark imagery that put you right in the shoes of the victims. Creatures are shot in such a way that they wave and float around like they're not from this world. There's just so much style, and the audio design cracks into the soundscape so vividly it makes it a real audio-visual trip. Sit back in the dark late at night, and the film will seem to peer out the screen itself with its glowing colour palette.
It's hugely compelling and a ton of fun seeing all the different weird things that happens to people, but the film is never really informative.
It goes more into speculation about what's happening and people's superstitions than it does about what's actually going on. I believe it's just a state where the brain wakes up, but chemicals released from your brain still paralyze your body. Then it's simply either hallucinations brought on from fear, or you're still half dreaming and half awake. But the film barely touches on any scientific study of the phenomena. So many things such as alien abduction, shadow people, near-death experiences, and many more can be attributed to this, but the movie seems to choose to promote that there's something more supernaturally connected. This can be seen as more scary, but I just don't believe it personally. The Nightmare is unique. Part documentary, part horror movie that probably focuses too much on what happens as opposed to why these things do happen.
However, it's still extremely entertaining, beautifully filmed, and really makes you fearful it could happen to you.
Going to die.